Good evening everybody and a warm welcome to Berringer, and I have a sort of micro mini sort of update for you. It's just basically a bit of an add-on from yesterday's video, and I've just done a few extra bits, and then there's a couple of bits I forgot to do yesterday and tell you about, so I'm just going to tack it all on. And also I wanted to say a big thank you to a good friend of mine called Michelle. She kindly gave me some bits and pieces of scenery, and she wasn't sure whether or not I can make any use of it, and basically I have. Essentially she's given me a number of bits and pieces, and I'll go through some of it. One of them's actually in town, so I'll show you. She gave me basically this tree, but it actually comes as a pack of 4. I haven't actually put them on the layout as such yet. This one I'm just sort of road testing it, and it's basically these conifers, these conifer trees. So there's a pack of 4, so I'm kind of thinking that I might do like a little line of them along here. So that's kind of what I'm sort of thinking. I haven't really sort of worked out exactly where they're going to go yet. And whilst I'm here, a message for Howard over at Mayhew Junction. There we go, this little courtine, he's been having trouble trying to get hold of one, and I did actually think of him when I bought this one. So I'm glad you've actually got one and you've managed to get hold of one, so that's cool. I'm really happy with you for that. One of the other things I was going to tell you is over at Berringer, this canopy, I can't remember who, somebody asked me about the lighting. My apologies for not remembering. Basically the lighting is my customary sort of, I should just show you, is this £1 lighting that I got for Christmas from Poundland. So basically it comes as a Merry Christmas thing, and you take off all the letters and it comes up as white LEDs, and I got them from Poundland, and I bought about 4 or 5 boxes of them, and basically I've used that to pretty much light the whole layout. All the lighting that's on the layout is actually powered by these LEDs, but the thing is they come with battery packs, and this is where David Howarth comes in from his channel, when he was actually sort of saying about going onto eBay to get the transformers, the regulators, and basically you can switch the dial over to flick the voltage over to what you want, and basically now all of these lights are powered from that one transformer, which as we go along I will show you, just so you can sort of have a rough idea of what it looks like. Basically it did cost anything from between about £6 and £9 from eBay, the actual regulator itself. But the actual LEDs are these ones here, which I got from Poundland over the Christmas period, and I bought about 4 or 5 boxes of them. I'm actually wishing that at the time this Christmas I actually thought about buying some more, and I didn't, and I kind of wish I did. If I actually show you what they look like out of the box, because I've actually got some knocking about. I've actually got, oh sorry, where is it? Here we go. There they are, and it sort of comes in this sort of daisy chain thing. You said you get an LED, so that would connect, say, to the battery pack, and that would go to that LED, and then it just basically, it's like a daisy chain. You've got another one there, and there's 3 on this particular one because I've actually hacked it to pieces already, but I'm still keeping it because they still work, and I'll just connect them up elsewhere to provide more light, possibly over here, and basically do that. So that's basically how it's lit. And I'm going to just turn off the light at the moment, so you can, at least the one here, because I can't actually get to the one. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll just put this on the stop, and I will switch it on with all the lighting off. So bear with me a minute and stay tuned. So this is now Berringer Station, fully lit. When I last did it originally, I only had this side lit, the island platform lit, and basically there was this huge gap of where it wasn't lit on this side. So now I've just done that, and it's just made a huge difference. The only bit is I've still got this patch here in the middle, so you kind of got this bit all lit, and then under the underground station, I don't know if you can see right in the background, but that's lit as well. But you've got this little patch in the middle which isn't lit. Now I've got 1 or 2 options that I was thinking of. I might use oh, the rest of the daisy chain LEDs may be across here, maybe put one in the building, and that will kind of spring some light over here. And one of the other options would be that Ballon Parkway channel. It's a great channel, BR Blue period, fantastic stuff. Love watching this stuff. Has got some, I think it was Weissman platform lights. So I might replace these T ones, that non-working ones, with those, and then sort of add some lighting on these bits here. So that might be another option. But I mean, this is precisely what I want, and I'd like to also, as we come down, is actually, this is another part of the platform that isn't properly lit. So so I'm kind of thinking I might get a few Weissman or Weissman, whoever, the German company, lighting, and basically probably do that, and then I can just tag that into the existing wiring underneath the board. So yeah, so that's how it looks. I'll show it to you from this sort of side, and I'm going to try and put the, I don't know if I can put, so it's kind of like a driver's eye view kind of thing of how it looks. What I'll do is, whilst the lighting is off, I will take you to Moorwood and I'll show you the lighting effects over at Moorwood. So here we are over at Moorwood by night, and this is the effect that the lighting has. Now, something else I forgot to mention yesterday is the embankment on the left hand side, but once I switch the lights on we'll get a closer, proper look at it. As you can probably see in front of you, I've actually put the destination boards on here. Now, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this, because I'm not entirely certain whether or not it's the height I'm happy with. I'm not sure whether or not the boards are probably a bit too big still. So I'd be quite interested to hear your thoughts. I mean, I wanted to sort of keep it to a point where this is just about legible. You can still read it. If I go any smaller, you won't really be able to read what's on it. But what I'll do is we'll have another little closer inspection of it once I switch all the lights on. But just so you can have a sort of look as to how it all looks. It's a bit tight around here to try and get the camera, so. But yeah, you can sort of see how it kind of pans out. Down here, it's actually probably better if I come over this way round, because then you can have a look. My apologies. So yeah, that's how it's gonna. It's still a bit dingy down this side, but that's because there's some more lighting. Like I said, I've got a bit more lighting to use on the daisy chain and other bits. So we're going to see what we've got left to try and see what the rest of the route is. Because currently it runs from the back, along the back there, and into the station building, and then it runs through the station building round the back, and then obviously you've got some bits here, but like I said, this part of the route isn't actually finalised. So here we are with the lights all back on, so you can actually see what we're doing. Hopefully you kind of got the general gist of what I was trying to explain, and that it wasn't too dark. Basically, this is the sum of what I've been doing today. If I pan out, you can sort of see what I've been doing, and that is basically I've added all the greenery that I think I'm gonna use. What I've done is I've ended up adding another wash, a darker wash, to dial down the pinkiness, which you might be able to tell or see. So that's been dialed down a bit. I've then added a load of greenery and bushes, and again my friend Michelle had given me a load of this lichen, quite a few packs of it actually, so it's, you know, it's really, really good stuff. And basically I've managed to blend in the rock face all the way along, and also just I had some underbrush that I used and just sort of followed it down and did a few bits and pieces here and there, and basically it just looks a lot more finished. And I've also done the first sort of layering, by the track side. This needs a bit of cleaning up. I'm just waiting for it to dry off, and then I'll go over it with the hoover and take off all the excess and whatnot like that. And then after, I'll put the ballast down at some point. But the next job will be to do the signalling along here, so I can then put the ballast down. The other thing I've done is I've added more trees to surround the folly, so now that looks like it's been encompassed around the folly, so it looks much better. Before there was too much of a gap, along here. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put another tree here or not, but it is quite tight to the sort of ramp that the walkers use. So let's just sort of give you a bit of a closer look as to how it looks. You walk up here, and that's sort of what I've done there. I've really enjoyed doing this actually, and it's literally cost me next to well, I was going to say next to nothing, but I've actually spent the money on the rock face, on the moulds. I got them off of eBay, but they were well worth doing, and the moulds can be used over and over again. So you know, it depends how much you've got to do really. I'm thinking that I might be making some more anyway for another part of the layout, and also there might be some bits to be used, like some outcroppings to go on here. Maybe cut this bit out and put a rock in here, and so then that will look a bit more realistic, and maybe one there or something like that. So there's sort of places that I could probably add one or two more rocks. If we go over to Moorwood, you'll be able to see the exact, that is the station destination boards that I was talking about. I think the height is right, but there is still a part of me that thinks that maybe the destination boards themselves might be a bit too wide. But again, it's kind of a bit like the rock face and what I've done so far. I just put it on the layout. It's not glued in or anything like that, it's just freestanding there, so I'll live with it for a while, and if it bugs me enough to change it, then I'll change it. It's kind of like with the rock face here, where I had it and it was pinky for quite a while, and I was oohing and ahhing over it, and then I finally sort of decided, yeah, actually it is a bit, so I'm going to dull it down even more. And that'll be the same with the destination board. I'll just look at it, and if it gets to a point where I just look at it and I think that's definitely wrong, then I'll change it. At the end of the day, I made it myself, so it's not a big deal. What I didn't show you yesterday was actually that I've removed the platform along this side. So that's all gone as well, and that's just to try and make a bit more of a smoother embankment and stuff like that. So that's all gone as well. So this part of the platform has now disappeared, so basically you are only using platform 1, 2 and the third one at the back, and I'm not too sure whether or not I'm going to be using platform 4 or not. I might do a bit of test running just to see what I think, and see what that's like. Anyway, this was only supposed to be a quick video, so thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and subscribe as always, and thank you so much for all your kind comments. I've appreciated all of them and reading all of them. So yeah, thank you so much, and please feel free to ask anything you want, and if I can help I will. And if you want any tutorials or ask about anything, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. So thanks for watching. Please feel free to comment and subscribe as always, and I'll speak to you soon.